We're hopping back into the heart-pounding heroine battle event. We have 3 new stages to complete, and of course with those new stages are also even more missions. The missions are the exact same as last time, which is clear each stage with 4 Peppy Girls units on the team, and also the mission for clearing stage 6, or the final stage of this batch, with a Master Roshi unit on your team as well. So you know what that means. We'd complete all these new stages and all the new missions in one singular video. So grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, and
let's fucking go.
Okay, we're hopping into the first stage, which is against Launch. Her gimmick, I think we've moved away from the gimmicks where we don't actually need to fight any of these enemies, and now it's time to throw some hands. But Launch's gimmick seems to be, or is, not seems to be, because the game actually tells you, so there's no seems. But Launch's gimmick is her first phase. She has really high damage reduction. Not sure how high it is, but I guess we'll find out right now. Really high damage reduction. I mean, we've done some damage. Okay, it definitely is really high. That her health bar barely moved. But really high damage reduction, and then once she sneezes, so when she transforms, which I'm guessing is the end of those charges, which I'm guessing is immediately because we're already at 0 charges. She will then sneeze, she will transform, and then instead of having higher damage reduction, she will have quite high damage output. So she goes from being really defensive to really offensive. But you are actually allowed to bring items in these stages, so there is that. So I'm good with that. There is a super attack in slot 3. I was going to rotate Kale off and then get the rotation of Kale and Caulifla going, but there is a super attack. So I kind of want to avoid that. And I'm not sure if I should be using an item or not. I'm not sure what the numbers are. You know, we're still half blind going into these stages because I don't know the numbers. I don't know how difficult they are. Things like that. So I think... Do you know what? I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to take the risk. The reason why I'm going to take the risk... Actually, am I going to take the risk? I'm not going to take the risk. No, I'm going to take the risk. I'm feeling ballsy. I'm going to let Chilai go in slot 3. If she does get super attack, she will probably die. 170k on a normal. Are we okay? Excuse me? We've just started. What do you mean 170k on a normal? Yeah, I really don't want to get hit by a super attack. I really do not want to be hit by a super attack for taking 170k on a normal. That is absurd. But I'm hoping Chilai dodges. I'm feeling ballsy. I'm doing this with chest. I'm hoping Chilai dodges. If Chilai doesn't dodge... Oh! I didn't realize we could seal and stun. Perfect. I was feeling ballsy. I was doing this with chest. My whole chest was out. I was ready to do this, and we ended up sealing. Okay, that's perfect. Why are your attacks constantly in slot 1 and constantly in slot 3? Just never in slot 2. I'm trying to rotate Caulifla off here. Actually, at this point, I'm trying to rotate any which one off, and I can't. Do you know what? Again, I'm going to put my chest out. I'm going to do this with whole chest. I'm going to try to rotate Caulifla off. Hopefully she dodges. I mean, she doesn't have all of her dodge chance because Kale's not on the rotation, but hopefully she just does dodge. How many attacks are in slot 3? Oh, there's like 3 or 4. Okay, this is looking a little bit dangerous. A little bit dangerous. That's all I need from you, Caulifla. Just dodge. Just dodge. As Piccolo said in Team 4 Stars Dragon Ball Z Abridged, just dodge. Dodge. That's all I need from you. I mean, Kefla's popping off. I mean, she's done it. Surely you can do it, right? Right? Do we have any sealers or stunners on this rotation? We don't. I don't think we do. So we can't even avoid the super attack if there is one by sealing or stunning. Oh, yes, Caulifla. Love that. And again. Do it again. Do it again. Yes! Out of context, that probably sounded really odd. I don't care. That was perfect. That was perfect. Yeah, we can not use an item. We're good. At least I'm pretty sure we're good. Bomber's support. We pick up all of those strength key spheres with Adele. Get some HP back as well. Yeah, we're chilling. I don't know why I'm rocking the same team. I kind of just thought this worked for the first 3 stages. Let me just use it again. And I mean, it's not doing too bad, but I don't think I need to use this team anymore. I mainly brought it for the gimmicks. And also to survive, you know. KO and Caulifla next to each other, dodge guard, you know, Bulma has support guard. Heal foresees enemy super attack. You know, we had rainbow orb changes on the team. I don't think I need to use this anymore. I think maybe I could get away with using like a Universe Survival Saga team with Peppy Girls units. So like Kale and Caulifla can stay. There's LR Kale and Caulifla, but I don't know how okay they'll be in these first few stages. That's 3. What on earth? Okay, I don't want to see that again. I don't want to be saying no 9999. The number can't go no higher. I brought out the big guns. I mean, I say I brought out the big guns. I brought Tech UI as a lead. We've got Easy A, AJL UI. The team is primarily the same aside from LR, Kale and Caulifla, and of course them two. But overall, the team is better. The team is better. I am going to use a Whis because I do need to rotate Kale off. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because with a Whis, I don't think it's going to change anything if we get slapped with a 99999 million super attack. Dokkan wasn't joking when they said that launches or performs like very hard-hitting super attacks. They weren't joking, were they? You can't really do any more damage than that, can you? So, thanks for the heads up. I didn't think it would be that bad. So the strategy is don't get hit, I guess. And what better way to do that than bring units that can dodge? We've got the Whis active for this one middle attack against Kale. Still took 70k. At least we've got AGL UI to dodge. So fingers crossed he does his thing. Now would be a terrible time for us to get unlucky when it comes to his dodge chance. So please do that. And then we're going to have to rotate Caulifla off. And I mean, at least she does have dodge chance. We currently have a Whis covering us. And we can get Caulifla onto this rotation. Perfect. Dodge the super attack. And we can get them two together. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I did also bring Kale and Caulifla. LR Kale and Caulifla specifically. Just because I was going to bring Dokkan Fest Kale. But you always need to have a Universe 6 category ally next to her to get like our extra buff before she transforms. And I could do that. You know, there's Easy A strength, Keflar. But then I'm like, the whole point of bringing UI Gokus is to have that rotation and just watch them dodge and then have Tech UI Goku's damage reduction. And if we need be, have the domain. So I was like, that's a guaranteed rotation. And then so's Easy A Tech Caulifla and Easy A Strength Kale. So I'm like, they kind of need to be together to, of course, get their full buffs from each other. So I was like, let me just bring these two. They don't really need anyone else on the team apart from like, was it Pure Saiyans, Join Forces, and Universe 6 units to build up their passive, which this entire team is. So we can just let them float or put them where need be. So at least we get like a few stack ups for free right now, just because launch is de-transformed, if you will. Yeah, see? Basically free turn for them to build up. That's going to build up their dodge chance as well, which we're definitely going to need. After seeing 9999 and more 9s on a super attack, we're definitely going to need that. Okay, Whis has worn off. The Whis has worn off. Okay, this works out really well for us. I mean, she hasn't actually transformed back yet, so it kind of doesn't really matter what happens this turn. But I mean, we're chilling this turn. We can keep Kale safe in slot 2, which means she doesn't need to be hit. She's dodging, which is perfect. And then Tech UI's in slot 3, where he gets the super attack before he even dodges and before he needs his damage reduction. So yeah, we're actually chilling. We actually done some good damage there. How much damage reduction launch is supposed to have, which I don't know the exact numbers. So we actually done some good damage there. We are lowering her though, which is good. Since we're debuffing her, we can get some more damage in. It's not going to do a lot, especially while she has her really high damage reduction. But I mean, it does mean we do a bit of extra damage. Not much, but a bit extra. Not going to complain. Hold the damage. Even though there wasn't much. Are you going to transform again? No, you're just still in base. I mean, we've got the domain. I mean, we might as well use it. Why is she not transformed yet? I swear she's meant to go back into the blonde-haired version. I'm really not sure what's going on. I swear she's meant to transform again. She's still in base. Or is this how the whole fight is meant to be? Are we facing launch like this for the rest of the fight where we're doing next to no damage? If so, I'm going to be here a while. So hopefully she transforms soon so we can do some more damage. But I wonder why she hasn't transformed. Big crit from Tech UI. Hold another one. We're going to get those guaranteed counters in as well, so that's even more damage. Hold that. Get slapped up. 2.1 mil crit. And the dodge. And the counter. Sorry, there's some more damage. Hold that. That's for hitting me with a 99999 million super attack. And again, there's the counter. Hold the damage. $14 mil attack stat. 50% chance to crit. Hold the damage. Domain active. 2.7 milli. Followed by an additional. This is going to guaranteed crit. Guess what I'm going to tell you? Hold the damage. Honestly, hitting me for a 99999 million super attack with even more nines on the end. You're crazy. You're crazy. What do you mean launch is doing one of the hardest hitting super attacks in the entire game? Blasphemy. Absolute blasphemy. Alright, these two can just get an extra couple stacks up. That builds up their dodge chance. They're not really going to do any damage, but they're going to build up nonetheless. You know, they're going to stack as they build up dodge. You transformed again? I think she's finally transformed again, which means we can actually do some more damage. Maybe I should have held off on using the domain. Nope, she's still... What is going on? I mean, this isn't going to be very fun to watch. She's finally transformed again. I mean, it took long enough. It took long enough. Let's pop your active skill. Now we can actually do some more damage. Big 17.5 mil crit. Oh, it feels nice to actually watch our HP bar kind of move a bit. Yeah, get out of it. You ain't hit me with none of that. Get hit with a counter. Even more damage. You're not safe behind your damage reduction now, are you? Are you? What's that Mach 11 going to do for you? Nothing. You ain't pulling up on no one. You ain't drive-by-ing no one. How about you take these drive-by hands, bro? Take these fisty cuffs. 11 mil crit. Love that. Additional. Crit her again. Crit her again. Do it again. Do it again. Big 8.5 mil crit. Another additional. Guess what I'm going to tell you to do? Crit her again. Do it again. Oh, no crit. I mean, it's fine. She's going to die in a minute. 25.8 million attack stat from EZA AGL UI. We're done. I can't lie. That's not that difficult. I mean, you do have to be careful with the super attack. If you do bring a unit like Chilai, at least you can actually see where the super attacks are coming from. But for the most part, it's just a little bit tedious and a little bit long. I don't think it's that bad. You just have to be wary of the super attack. But let's move on to the next stage. Okay, so Bulla, her gimmick is you need to pick up non-rainbow key spheres in order to fill up that meter. So pretty much the opposite to... I've forgotten already who had the whole rainbow key sphere gimmick. One of the first 3 stages did anyway. Dodge. Are we dodging? We're dodging. Perfect. But that's Bulla's gimmick. Her Bulla's gimmick is the complete opposite to whoever the first stage was. Again, I can't remember. I think it was Pan. Yeah, it was Pan. So all we have to do is pick up non-rainbow key spheres and we're good. And we've actually already filled the bar. So I'm guessing, unlike Pan, once we fill the meter up, the fight doesn't just end. Maybe we go on to another phase where we actually have to fight her properly. I mean, she actually super attacks a ton. Have you super attacked me twice? What are we doing here? Do you want to relax a little bit? I saw UI Goku just take 100k. Do you want to relax a little bit? You know, we don't need to be doing too many super attacks. But we got the bar filled already, so I can't imagine the fight just ends the way Pans does. Again! Again! Yeah, you ain't hitting me with that shit. Get out of here. But again! 3 super attacks in 1 turn. Damn. Alright. We're going to have to be careful when it comes to LR, Kale, and Caulifla. And we need to get the other Kale and Caulifla together very quickly. Okay, we're still going. It's pretty much just keep doing it, I suppose. Right, so we want to avoid the rainbow key spheres. But again, as I said, the bar fills up a lot quicker. I mean, does it still count if we pick up these 2 tech key spheres, but there's rainbow key spheres in there? Okay, it does. So, I mean, we can still just do this. Okay, cool. That doesn't seem that difficult too. I think the challenging part is the fact that Buller seems to super attack so much. Although, we do need to be careful in slot 2, because I know Caulifla's sitting there and she doesn't have her full dodge. But I believe in her, because she did dodge the last fight. She did dodge in the last fight without having her full dodge. So, I believe in you. I believe in you. You do this. Test out. Do this. Okay, or don't. Or don't. What are these numbers, man? What's going on? Honestly, this Buller fight has been one of the most tedious things I've had to do in Dokkan in a hot minute. I think I'm finally about to finish this. I don't think you understand. You're not gonna know how many attempts this has taken me, but it has taken me so many tries just to get to this point of where it looks like I'm gonna win. We might not beat Buller in this turn, even off the Dokkan attack. But I do still have an item or 2 left, so I should be able to do it next turn if we don't beat her off the Dokkan attack. But the go-to strategy in this is pretty much just seal and stun her as much as you possibly can. And just hope and pray and rely on RNG when it comes to her actually being sealed. And then in turn means your dodging units dodge or can super enough to the point where they tank her. And then also you hope and pray that the stuns come off and that your units dodge in general if neither of those things happen. Not to mention, once you fill up her gauge enough, as you noticed, her gauge is gone, which means we've dropped her damage reduction down as much as we possibly can. Once you get there, she's at her weakest, you can actually do damage. That's where units like Easy A Kefla come in, Videl, any other units you can fit on this team that are big damage dealers, that's where they come in. But the amount of tries this took me was ridiculous. Like, this has taken me like 2 days to do with consistent trying. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad this is possibly a one-off or something that's probably not gonna happen for a while. 21 minutes this run specifically took me, because I could not have this frequently in Dokkan. We still have one more stage to go. Wish me luck. Final stage, we're almost there. So Android 18's gimmick is the longer the fight goes on, the more she raises her attack and defense. However, the longer the fight goes on, the more she lowers our attack and defense. So I've gone back to the usual team that we started with, just because we do have some good units. We do have some damage dealers, units that can contend with a lot of damage. Tech UI, Easy A AGL UI. Didn't know we were going to have type advantage, so that's going to help us early doors, especially with her having not more attack and defense or not having that built up. Now, I'm going to rotate you off. Can we get her? We can get her 6 key spheres. We can definitely get Kefla 6 key spheres. It's just a matter of if both of them dodge. I need Kefla and I need Caulifla to dodge. Tech UI should be good. Guard, damage reduction, and also dodge chance. It's just Kefla and Caulifla I need to dodge. I'd rather not use an item so early, which I have gone back to Whis', but I just need them to dodge. Honestly, I've been through so much torment trying to do the Buller stage that I really don't want to be spending loads and loads of time against Android 18. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm giving you 8 key spheres. I'm pretty sure you need, what, 6, 7 to get extra dodge chance? Please do that. And then 100% additional as much as you possibly can as well. Definitely do that. But also, please dodge. I'll 100% take a triple. Do you want to throw a crit in there as well? A crit? Maybe a crit? Just one? There we go. Big damage. And she dodged. I need you to do it now. Thank you. Careful. I love that. You should have all of your extra dodge chance as well. Because we're surrounded by Universe Survival Saga category allies. There we go. And I was going to say, and Peppy Girls units. You should be good. Now, this one I'm definitely popping a Whis. And I'm popping a Whis because these two need to build up. Yes, you have guard. Because we're next to a Kaelin Khalifa unit. But them two are going to get rotated off just because it's more sensible to have Goku here. I'm going to let Kaelin Khalifa pick up all of these orbs here. That takes them up to 24 key. At least they also have type advantage, which is going to help them against Android 18 as well, especially once they're fully built up and also additional, just a bunch. But we need them to super attack as much as possible early on so we can get that dodge chance ready to go. And then another thing I actually forgot we had with Easy A, AGL, UI, Goku being on the team, and that is we do have a revival in our back pocket if need be. So, I mean, if things get a bit too techie and we can activate that, at least we have that ready to go if, as I said, things get a bit too techie. I've even gotten support memory on. Honestly, that Bulla fight has just... It's almost broke me. Just because it's taken so long and it was so tedious, honestly, I do not want to spend loads of my time once again trying to beat this Android 18 type. Like, can we just do this? I'm not saying one and done, but like a couple tries. Like a couple tries. I'll take it. And a couple tries, that'll do. Dodge. Or don't. I mean, we're still alive. We just took 400k, but I mean, I guess we're still alive, so that's something. AGL UI Goku's active is ready to go. I mean, I'd rather we don't have it active now, or it doesn't pop now, considering, you know, we just recouped a lot of HP, and there's a Whis still active. Do your thing. Keep doing your thing. Right, crit her. Crit her. You're one of my big damage dealers. I need you to do as much damage as possible. Big 10 milli crit and the additional, which means this is going to guarantee crit. Android 18, it's a good thing you're an Android because you're about to get hit by a whole load of damage. So it's a good thing you can't feel that shit. I want a third? A third? Goku was like, here's seconds. No, do you not have third? Here's a takeaway box to take all that damage home with you. Hold that damage. Love that. Love that. And he was dodging everything. I mean, that's exactly what you want from him. But and he was dodging everything. It's fine, 18. You can build up your attack and defense. You know, even more. You can lower mine. That's fine. But best believe there's a domain waiting for you where it don't matter how much you lowered me, because you're going to get countered relentlessly. So I hope you know that's coming for you. All my frustrations from Bulla are going to be taken out on you. I hope you know this. Okay, how do I want to play this? Because you've got guard. Her defense is 294. I could let Khalifa sit in slot 1. Because she does have all of her dodge chance. But then if she just doesn't dodge, we're dead. Especially if we get super attack. We're about halfway as well. We're about halfway. And we're also about to get Tech UI's domain. I think I'm going to use a Whis. Just to get us through this. How do I want to do this? Now that I've got the Whis active, do I want to do this or this? See, this is what happens when you go in blind. I don't know 18's numbers. I don't know how hard she hits. I think I'm going to rely on the dodge. I mean, since I relied on the dodge, there's probably no point of me using a Whis. Okay, now there definitely was a point of using the Whis. 470k. Now we need to just hope we make it through this turn, because we're about dead. We're about dead. Now it was definitely a good thing I used it, because if I didn't, I was dead off of that normal. But now I need you to dodge. Now you have to dodge. This next attack, you have to dodge. You have to dodge it definitely now. Thank you. Thank you. Now I'm glad I used the Whis. Now I regret absolutely nothing. I love how I've done a full 180 in about 3 seconds. Damn, even Kale took 40k. We have like 10k HP left. Maybe even less. Maybe even less. No, we have 17k. Okay, we have a bit more. Damn. This is rough. This is rough. Right, we should have the domain, right? See, because the Whis is active, usually I would wait. But considering we're going to keep having our attack and defense lowered, and that's just plummeting at this point. No, I'm not waiting no more. I'm not waiting any longer than I have to. But we really need to recoup some HP. I don't know how we're going to do it, because we're going to need a whole bunch of same type key spheres. So I don't know how we're going to do it, but we need to recoup some HP. Because now we have no more items, and I need to make it through next turn. Not only do we need to make it through next turn, now at this point we can get UI's active, or not active, his revival. But we need to survive the next turn to get there. We're doing good damage. Considering how much our attack and defense has been lowered, we're actually doing some very good damage right now with Tech UI. And we still got the counters to come in. Go. Go. Crit counter. Just crit counter. Left, right, and center. Crit counter. Love that. 9.4. Another one. Can we DJ Khaled? Because there's another one. There's another one coming after this. Hold that. That's what? 19 million damage so far? I say so far. All together off the counters. Big. Additional. Love that. Get the triple. Get the triple. It's so weird seeing units like AGL UI do such low damage. Or like have low attack stats. I'm so used to having them like 20 mil. This should be guaranteed. This is guaranteed crit as well. This is good damage. We're doing very, very well. Very, very well. Actually, I kind of want to get the revival now. I don't know if we can. I mean, maybe if Kale and Cleveland get super attacked and they don't dodge, maybe we can get the revival now. Because if we get the revival, we're going to recoup a bunch of HP, which is exactly what we need to do. Sure, we don't have it for 2 turns time, but I need to make it through next turn first. So I kind of wouldn't mind if we got it now, actually. We'll see, because there's still a super attack to come. I don't think she tried to super attack us in slot 1. I mean, Kale and Cleveland are popping off heavy right now. Don't do this to me, Dokkan. We have 1 HP bar left. Android 18 is almost dead. Don't do this to me. I'm so close. I don't think she super attacked us once that turn. I mean, usually that would be a good thing. I've got next to no health and I've got no items. I'm scared. And there's a bunch of attacks in slot 1. I'm so scared. I don't know what to do. Honestly, we're so close. Cauliflower needs to dodge every single attack in slot 1. Otherwise, we die. Please, we're so close. Or you can literally die immediately. Okay, we're basically there. I won't lie, this one has also taken me a few tries. Nowhere near as much as the Buller stage. I mean, we're not there yet. It's just that 18 hits so hard. There is a Whis active, so we are good. It's just she hits so hard. So if the wrong units, which is basically the Peppy Girls units, get hit with a super attack, you're kind of dead. But then, of course, you need to bring the Peppy Girls units because those are the category missions. We actually need to do one more run to get Roshi on the team, which I think is very manageable. I can just do what I did the first time round, which is run a full reps team or Universe Survival Saga team. And then bring the big boys like Easy A UI with Easy A SSB. There's Blue Boys. There's all the big hitters. So it should be a hell of a lot easier to do with Roshi on the team. Just have to basically keep him safe. But she does hit quite hard, and I'm not gonna lie, the fact that she keeps buffing herself while lowering everyone else, it definitely does make this a little bit more of a challenge. The Whis is gone, right? Yeah, the Whis is gone, and I don't have any more left. It's pretty much now or never. It's do or die. It's do or die. We're not even near a Dokkan attack just yet, so it's do or die. It's now or never. It is now or never, please. You know, we're watching Tech UI. This is a friend one with dupes do under 10 million attacks that he's doing 7s. Like, it does make it a little bit more difficult, because obviously if she didn't lower, would probably be done by now, and this wouldn't be that much of a challenge. But I can't lie, this one you generally have to think. The orb ones, I can't lie, they are super gimmicky to the point where, yeah, it's just pretty much just get the orbs, you win. This one you really actually have to like pay attention to rotations and where units go, etc. But we are finally done. All 3 of the new stages complete, all of the new missions. We just have one more left. Okay, here we go, the Roshi mission. I mean, Jeets has guard for the first turn, but I'm actually going to let Goku stay in slot 1, because then he can dodge, and then we got more damage coming out. The same process still applies. While we have a much, much better team, dodge, perfect. The same process still applies, which is we want to do as much damage as we possibly can, as quick as we can, before we get to the point where we basically got in the Peppy Girls run, which is where we kind of have hardly any attack and defense left, or pretty much when 18 stops debuffing us. So we basically want to maximize our damage for as long as we possibly can, especially this first turn. Especially this first turn. It would have been a bit better if AGL UI was with Tech UI. It would have been a little bit more damage, but that's why I let AGL UI go in slot 1. But we've made a pretty decent dent to start with, and as I said, all we've got to do is basically keep Roshi safe, which, I mean, it is easier said than done. Realistically, it is definitely easier said than done. But it's definitely going to be a hell of a lot more manageable than the Peppy Girls runs. Just because the units are just naturally better. They're stronger. They've got more defense. There's damage reduction. There's guard. You know, things like that. But it should be easy to do, as long as we can get quite lucky with 18's attack patterns to where a lot of the time we can just leave Roshi in slot 3 safe. Or even if, say, for example, there's like loads of attacks coming in slot 2 and like, you know, none in slot 1, I'd probably just basically put him where the most minimal amount of attacks are coming from, just to make sure he survives. I mean, I'm thinking maybe I should have probably bought Ghost Ushers instead of Whis, just to literally fully skip the turn. But I decided to go with Whis instead, just because they do last longer, but just because Roshi is so weak, especially because he also has type disadvantage against 18 as well, which is also a big flight risk. Again, if you summon for the new Dokkan Fest, this will probably be easier for you to do. But I probably should have bought Ushers just to avoid any attacks coming Roshi's way, especially with the type disadvantage. But I mean, we're doing well. I mean, we've actually done quite a bit of damage quite early. See, this is why this is going to be a lot easier than the Peppy Girls mission as well. Not only is the team overall better, but we're doing more damage. There's more damage dealers, which, so even though we're getting debuffed to shit, we're still pulling out good numbers. Now, I'm hoping 17 and Frieza are going to be okay, because they need to super attack to build up. Or no, they need to super attack and perform normals to build up. Dodge. We're still alive. I'm not going to lie, I panicked a little bit. I literally stopped and froze, and I was like, no way. No way it was AGL UI not dodged down. We've just died. We have 18k HP. Kind of fitting how we're facing Android 18. Now I kind of wish I used the Whis, because now I'm really concerned for 17 and Frieza. But I mean, as long as they attack as much as they possibly can in this one turn, they should be fine. Even with the type disadvantage, they should be fine. Because, as I said, for an event that's debuffing us to Kingdom Come, we're kind of doing a lot of damage. And I don't really want to spend ages trying to do this mission as well. So just Attack as much as you can. Come on, just attack as much as you can. I mean, they just debuffed her a little bit, which is quite nice. But just attack as much as you can. We've got 18k HP. We've got 2 units on a team with revivals. We've got 2 units with domains. This is as good as it's going to get for Roshi. I might even have to double Whis because I just realized Roshi's on the rotation next turn. Okay, they're good. They're good. Actually, no, we're not, because Roshi also has a revival. I completely forgot about that. We might as well use this. We just might as well. Everyone else is buffed. Roshi has his revival, which I completely forgot he had. So actually, we're not going to use an item whatsoever because we're going to go for the revival. I was going to say, I don't mind if you don't dodge. You don't need to dodge. So I actually got that wrong. We had 1 of 3 units that could actually hit the revival. I remember seeing this in the anime and generally thought, no way, Roshi just died. Trying to hit me in the feels, punch me in the heart. Cool, Roshi's back up, we're ready to go. I mean, it would have been nice if we got to play through the entire rotation, then Roshi was the one who died, but I mean, it is what it is. What can you do? Now, I don't really want to use their active skills until we have the domain ready. So I think I'm going to wait to use those just because once we get the domain active, they're going to do more damage. Especially again with the fact that we're being consistently debuffed. So I'm going to wait for those. I mean, we could have got some... Whoa. 300k on a normal? On Tech UI? Bro, fold back into a flip phone or Saturn. What do you mean you're pulling out 300k normals? Get out of here, bro. Who do you think you are? This ain't no Go Freezer. This ain't no Beast. This ain't no... Who else is there? Janemba from Memorable Battle. You're Android 18, bro. Relax. You're basically a Samsung Galaxy. You're a Google smartphone. Why are you hitting me with 300k on a normal? What is this? Maybe I should use the active skills. Maybe I should have just balls to the wall and just actually used them instead. Dodge, what are you doing? Why are you trying to tank normals? We don't do that. That's not AGL UI's game. That's not what you do. You're here to dodge and do damage. Not tank. You don't do them things. You can't do them things. I mean, you did it there, but fair enough. But like, you don't do them things. I just need you to dodge and do damage. The 2 Ds. Dodge, damage. Double Ds. We like those. Right, we've got the domain ready. Not that hardly anyone in this rotation can really take advantage of it like fully with the Realm of Gods buff, but we're going to use it. We've got a Whis active. I'm making sure we win this. I am making sure we win this. 18 thought she was slick with all those attacks in slot 1. Actually, you just made it worse for yourself because we got that guaranteed dodge, which means we've got guaranteed counters, which means you're just giving me more and more damage. Oh, look, you didn't hit me, but I hit you. Straight back. Hold that. I mean, we've done next to no damage because of how much we've been lowered, but it's something. It's something. I'll take the extra damage. Come on, Goku, you got this. You got this. Crit her as much as you possibly can. Come on, crit her. Crit her. I want revenge for how much she made me retry this stage. Again, it wasn't nowhere near as much as Bulla. Like, it took me a few attempts. Yeah, sure. But just because of how, off the back of how annoying that was to do, I want revenge. Hit her with the damage. Hit her with the damage. Hold that. All of that. Crit her. Crit her. Crit her. I'll take it. It's not a lot, but I'll take it. Honestly, I came back from hell doing that Bulla stage. And then for 18 to just start mollywhopping with a ton of damage. Yeah, no, I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick and tired. Hold the damage. If you ain't dead, you're about to be. You're about to be. MVP 17, finishing things off. It's only fitting that your brother comes and finishes. That sounds really weird. I'm not even going to finish that. Pause. 17 beats 18. There we go. All the new stages, all the new missions complete.